through, fumbling through, fumbling through, fumbling through, fumbling through.
Greetings, goblins, ghouls, and gargantuan geeks, and welcome to Fumble Through!
Fumble Through!
A podcast that was damaged by space debris and is now hurtling uncontrollably towards Earth. It's a beautiful day here in the Fumble Factory, and as good Fumble files, we're armed with our favourite dice, and Lindsay, Luke, Brett, and myself are ready to roll. As always, we thank you for coming along on this journey as we get closer to the end of this god-awful night and try to find a resolve to this story that seems to be going on. We're on maybe 10 episodes since we've started this, or it's more than that. It's almost 15, isn't it?
It's like in real time.
It is almost like real time. But if you haven't already done so,
Here we are at the social media platform where I am witnessing people joining Facebook. Here is a Brett Lee joining Instagram. He's trying to tweet memes. And here's a young Luke investing in Instagram. Wait, did I already say Instagram? I don't fucking know. This is gone off the rails. I forgot my script, okay?
I think what you did was jump in really hard and committed to the bit.
Yep.
and we applauded that. We gave you the space to be you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now everybody...
And I also, as soon as I started, forgot how David Attenborough spoke as well.
Oh, that was David Attenborough.
I was meant to be like a day. I spent my lunch break writing a script for this and I left it at home.
I know it's a bit of... I know I said that I was pretty tired, but that really only just clicked. And fuck, it was good.
It would have been. My script was great.
Knowing that, I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
It's good.
No.
I got it.
Anyway, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and have fun conversations with us and shit.
I'd like to go back to farming rather than underwater. The beats were better.
No, all right.
Facebook, Twitter. Over the past few weeks, we've asked you, the listener, to come up with a name for the segment we always start the show with, and it seems fitting that for episode 25, yes, 25 episodes, we have finally found a name for it. So, Luke, drop that beat. I introduce you to Dicey Questions.
Oh, that's a good
That's a good name.
Yep. I'd like to thank Hot Dog Telepathy for that suggestion. And as a prize, he wins, drumroll please.
So one beat is this the one beat.
Well, Hot Dog Telepathy, you win our everlasting gratitude and that no prize that I talked about weeks ago when we started this.
I'll double down on that no prize and match that no prize with an equal offer of no prize.
Oh.
Yep.
What about you, Lindsay?
No refunds on that everlasting gratitude.
That's great. So without further ado, this week's Dicey question is, what makes a great player at your table?
Don't say you're someone who's read the rules.
Okay. Honestly, someone that feeds back off your roleplay, even if it's shit and you know it's not going to work for what you're going to do, if they feed off it and let it continue.
I see a man over there as well, Lindsay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There is a guy.
Logging into Facebook and Twitter.
Can I
Just
give you-
feeding back
Yeah,
to you as you
good point.
roleplay.
Do you know what one of the best times, this is not in recording sessions, but one of the best times I think we've ever had, this is actually me and you, Justin, feeding off each other, was in the campaign Brett was DMing, where Brack Smith and your cleric, and we ended up doing a sock puppet show. An
That was
improv
fun.
sock puppet show that just started out of nowhere, and we just created a...
That was a very good time.
It was
So what you're
great.
saying is one of the best role-playing moments hasn't been for our audience.
No, correct.
Cool.
Maybe later.
Cool.
Oh, look.
There has been some good ones in the show, but like feeding off each other, like
That was pretty fun.
yeah, like I'm trying to think of a good one in a show.
I can tell you my favorite role-playing moment in this show is really, well, the thing that I like as players is when players do feed off each other and they build the story together and they stay in character and they try and make one up each other. And you and Luke do that all the time. The rivalry between the two of you and your characters. But even then, over the top of that, just that layer of Brett not giving a fuck. is just this beautiful...
It's not Brett, it's Flopsy.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful calamity. As a GM, I fucking hate it. But as a player, I'm like, the chaos you sow. And I guess wait, I'd like to change my character. My favorite players are the ones that sow the most amount of chaos that anybody has to pick up the pieces for and bring together. Mikey is a chaos incarnate player, and when he and I are together, we do real dumb shit.
You do need other players who will pick up that shit and do something with it. You can't just have chaos.
Yeah, but I don't like those players.
They're the ones that keep the story going. So there's a Reggie to everyone's Flopsy all the time.
Yeah.
There's someone who makes it, hang on a second, there's some serious business here.
Your straight man and your foil.
Right? Yeah, your Abbott to your Costello.
Yep.
Always. I think you need that at the table. You need someone who will take you left and then someone who will keep you going straight. Cool.
Luke, what about you? Like, I know you've been playing for all of 5 minutes and you don't know any of the rules and stuff. But
If only that were true. Yeah.
No, though, Luke, what's your take on it? Like, and this is good because we've all been playing for varied time. I think at this table, I've been playing the longest out of everybody here. Brett, the second longest. I would say I'm not really sure. I think it's fairly even between you. Maybe Luke's got you a little bit.
Yeah,
Lindsay?
Luke's definitely got me as a player, I think.
Yeah.
I was DMing for a long time before I got to actually play as a player, and that's a very different world.
It is a different world.
What was the question again?
Oh God, that's what makes you my favorite player, Luke. The question is, what makes a good player at your table?
I just think really a good player at the table is somebody who can take the joy in the ups and the downs. So like immediately it comes to mind most recently on this when we were doing the Zoverdra fight where we were both just rolling abysmally and it wasn't going anybody's way and yet it was just joy every second.
Was so good.
We had such a fun day.
And the amount of times that's
we were
happened.
so angry.
Yeah.
We were so angry, not at each other, but at ourselves and our dice.
Yeah. But
So
just still had just the best fun doing all that.
Yeah.
So I can't count the number of times where dice have just not rolled well in many games and just still had a great time.
Yeah.
I love a really good connected party where everyone's got their kind of bit and you can kind of step forward or step back at certain points.
So not this party then.
I think we do. I think we found a really good way of kind of figuring out where we can jump in or step out or open up. Like everyone's got a moment, everyone's got a thing, everyone has a place in the story, and I think that plays.
Yes, I know.
I find it amazing that because Brett's so good at coming up with socially acceptable ways of, having conversations, but Flops.
What do you mean? Socially accepting.
I knew exactly where you were going.
It is socially acceptable to have a conversation.
He has these conversations. Like, I'm like trying to drill something in, and you're like, I know exactly where he's going, but he can't get that through. And that's an inaptitude as me as a player. And then you come in playing a character that has no fucks to give about it and knows exactly what I'm trying to say. So you'll say it and then be a total ass.
Yep. Flopsy says the things I wish I could say in all the meetings I do at work.
Yes. Makes my life so much easier.
My love.
I guess the other thing is that when you're playing at different tables, I think we've all played at tables with strangers as well. We've all been strangers for each other, maybe.
They're just old friends I haven't met.
Yeah, but it is a different thing. I think good players, when you're really comfortable with players, you're comfortable with them almost immediately. Whether you've known them for 10 years, for 5 minutes, there are just players that you go, I connect with you. Whether I don't know you or I've known you forever, I connect you because we now share a love of what we are doing right here, and we share the joy of that. And when you can find a group of people with that in mind together that have the same ideals as you, like we often talk about the difference between role players or tactical players or people who min-max or people who do that. It doesn't matter where your background is. I think if you are a player who genuinely loves this game, that comes across to everybody at your table and everybody goes, I get your love of this and it's infectious. It's like everything that we do, like everybody loves something so badly that they want to tell the world about it.
I want to bring parts of my game from everyone that I play with. There's bits that I love from not Justin, but most people that I want to play like that. And I think that's really, really cool. I think that's why our community on the socials is really strong because everyone's in it for the same reason. We just love the game. And, and
even like there was a conversation when Luke and that started playing for the first time and I had a conversation with him and it was just like, the people that haven't played but are now finding the love for the game because, they heard it from us. That's to me why I record this. This got off topic, but I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not comfortable with this level of emotion.
Yeah, you don't like emotion, do you? Well, you can kill us now. So
I started reading.
How's this, Justin? What makes a great player for me is someone who's got rough edges that you can put cheese down and it grates them. How's that better? Is that better? Someone who's got vertical and horizontal bars.
I appreciate Brett for providing us with a space to play.
No problem.
So where we left it last week, you just walked out of the Salty Dog and through the mists ahead, you look upon the wharfs and the veil takes on an eerie glow. Something bright and orange pierces the night. And what's that smell? It's the smell of fire. Fire! 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 As you can see, just on the dock next to you, there is a ship ablaze.
I think this is a distraction by the DM to stop us following Jet. So I
that-
think we should follow Jet.
On the waterfront.
On the waterfront.
Right.
So actually on the water, you can see a one-masted schooner in the harbour on fire. You can see there's a bunch of sailors sort of standing on the dock and people are starting to gather around going, fire, fire!
I've been reading up on the rules and regulations of Absalom, and this is absolutely in the remit of the Choker Society of Absalom.
Choke on that.
Choker Society are busy looking for an assassin, somebody who's murdered one of their innocent members. All right.
Quick, let's go. We will go help.
Yep, priority.
Is
Emergency.
Jet? No, no.
Not anymore. Let's go. Runs off down the pier.
And you run where?
Towards
the
the
fire? As you get towards the fire, you...
Oh, the smoke is so bad.
Wow, Justin's really committed to this.
Get down low. Go. Go.
I threw up a little in my mouth. That was real gross. Yeah. Very
I
tight.
kind of have that reaction when you talk too.
Yeah. Shut up. You start heading towards the docks where this schooner is on fire. As you get closer, that you can see several would-be firefighters carrying buckets, sand, water, that kind of stuff. But they're being blocked by 8 burly sailors. And the sailors are kind of saying stuff like, "Captain's orders, no one's to go near the ship until she returns. Not us and not you."
Carrying buckets of water to the waterfront.
Yeah, trying to douse the fire
On the waterfront.
on the waterfront.
The ship's fucking on fire and you're stopping people from getting to
I'm
it?
following orders. My captain says, don't let anyone on the ship. Don't let anyone on the ship. She left, and then this fire started. I don't know what to do.
We're not trying to get
You
on
put
the ship.
fucking fire out. That's what you fucking do.
No-
Now get out of the way and go get some buckets and help.
Diplomacy.
Bluff, surely?
Can I do intimidate?
Yeah, come on, intimidate.
If you
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
20. Dirty 20.
Oh, your intimidation. He cowers before you and he says, "Sir, all right." And he steps aside and you see a lineup of people with buckets and water. The first guy walks up with a bucket of sand that's obviously been pulled by a nearby beach or a sandbag, and he just throws it. It misses the boat entirely.
Is there
Just
any
straight into the water.
is there any risk of fire spreading from one boat to the next?
There definitely is a risk of the fire spreading if it's not contained. Definitely this ship will sink soon. So I guess if you're looking at it, and I can kind of see Flopsy's brain behind your eyes
Uh-huh.
right now, you can either exacerbate this fire, contain it and sink this ship, or you could try and save the ship.
I'm
I
trying to
guess.
make sure that it doesn't spread to start
Yeah.
with, so we can only fight one fire, not
Mhm.
15.
So you would be looking at spot fires. If you're willing to let this ship go, then you would be looking at just picking up the spot fires. Is that what you're saying? Like the embers that are
I'm
flying
going,
out?
those sailors could get other ships away, move the other stuff away so that this thing is one fire and it doesn't spread across the whole harbour. It could, set the waterfront alight. That's what waterfronts can go on fire, can't they?
It is the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's Flopsy going to deal with that?
You, sailor, get that boat, move it away. It'll go on fire. And that one, move that away. And get more water on this.
And you see Flopsy start ordering sailors around. Sailors are doing so. People that are coming up, drunken people from the Salty Dog are coming towards. They're breathing on the fire, and little gusts of fire are coming out from their alcohol breath. But they're trying. People are starting to maneuver around.
One line, pass the buckets down one way
Yeah,
and back
I'd-
the other.
Just make me an intelligence check, Flopsy, because as you're orchestrating this, we've already got the fact that Miles has kowtowed everybody in the area, so they're kind of following orders. This is about you being able to cleverly manipulate the situation so you're minimizing the outer damage to the boat.
23.
Oh, that's
Nice.
magnificent. So you start maneuvering boats away, showing people the route to get out so that they're not crashing into each other, all of that kind of stuff. And you guys are watching Flopsy kind of orchestrate this really well. Reg, are you doing anything in particular?
Just surveying and clapping.
Miles probably would have gotten at the front of the line after seeing that throw and started taking the buckets off the first person and throwing them.
Yeah, sure. So
Miles, get that boat out under control. I'll get everything clear. Reggie, find the captain.
Sure.
So, Miles, just give me a general kind of aim check. So, as you're bolstering everybody, give me an aim check. So, you actually have to aim with a bucket.
Yep. So
So, just
I thought you said
My aim-
name check.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
like,
Can
My
you name check someone,
my
please?
aim skill is plus 27.
It's just above acrobatics there.
So with my plus 27, that's a 37.
Yeah.
So, it's just a regular kind of
Dex.
Ranged
it's
attack.
a range attack.
Yeah.
It's a range touch attack.
So 11.
11.
Yep.
Your bucketing skills, you show people how to do it, and they adequately just start putting water, sand, other non-flammable items on the side of the boat. It doesn't start to actually stop the boat from being on fire, but it stops that from spreading.
Is
It's
the-
not good enough to actually douse the fire. You're kind of aiming on the edges, but you don't think you can get to the middle with that.
Is the boat so much on fire that we can't get on it and pull the sails down and, get flammable
Yes.
stuff in the water? Yeah.
So the boat is very much on fire.
Even a fire resistant tiefling?
Well, you could, I guess you are fire resistant.
And there's
but
no people on the boat? There's no
There doesn't seem to be. The sailors tell you, oh, no, there's no, we were the last on there. And
property harm only?
And, yes, that's right.
Could be quite some reward from the captain.
I'll
If
get
we,
over and find out what started it, maybe. If you can.
Once everyone's organised, I'd be happy to jump in there and have a look around.
The captain, she ain't around. She went to conduct some business
Where?
in town.
Where in town?
Not sure. She didn't tell us. We're just, she said, make sure you stay here and don't let anyone get on the boat. And then she left. And then the boat started smoking. And now we got less.
Can Flopsy get on the boat?
You've got to jump across to the boat because any gangplanks have been pulled down. So right now,
Can I
you
throw
would
him?
actually have to jump across or be thrown across.
Range touch attack? Yeah.
Just roll, Reg. Can you just roll a percentile chance for me? This is a smaller chance. Now, with the aid of what Flopsy's done, it drops to about a 10% chance that the fire is going to spread to a nearby ship. So if you can roll anything between a 1 and a 10, means that a ship nearby has caught an
Oh,
ember
right. Gosh.
and it starts.
I was like, oh, shit. 64.
64. That's fantastic. You've managed to make sure that the wind and the flames. You're doing a great job, Flopsy.
Of course I am.
So you maneuvering ships out of the way. You're kind of saving more saving the docks and the rest of the ships than anything. After about 10, 15 minutes, the boat is done. It's caught on fire. Unless you're going to do something else, this blaze is starting to become uncontrollable. You talked about jumping on, Flopsy. Are you still going to jump on it? Like,
It does feel like it's
very
too
hot.
far away for me to jump that far. Perhaps a ray of frost. Can shoot some rays of frost at it to try and help put out the fire, but nothing more than that.
Yeah. Unless you've got something you think that maybe this ship might be
Scuttled.
well done. As the as the
Well done. Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even do that on purpose. As the fires begin to sort of die down, the biggest of the blaze is gone. The ship's mast actually eventually crashes down, hits the deck. You can see more embers fly up into the air.
Time for marshmallows.
A lady, a captain, comes up and she says, "Oh yeah, hey, well, what's happened to my ship? My ship! No! Oh! And she grabs one of the sailors by his lapels and she said, our stuff was in there. What happened to the ship?
It caught on fire and burnt. We tried to save it, but there was no hope. What were you transponding on there? It went up so quick.
We had just loaded cargo. We were about to make the sail of the century.
What sort of cargo, miss? It was very flammable, whatever it was.
We had food in there. We had all types of cargo. We had some fine paintings and different types of books in there that were invaluable. Make a sense, mate.
Can I assist?
Yeah. All of you can make a sense motive.
Yeah, nah.
7.
10.
5.
Invaluable books in there. They're flammable. They're gone. This is an absolute tragedy. You know what this is? And she looks at the watch members. This is the members of the Flippity Gibbet. They have been skulking around here all day long and they've been taking our stuff. I reckon they came onto my boat and they've sabotaged us. This is boys, get your weapon.
Now, hang on a second. Hang on. Your sailors were doing an admirable job of keeping anyone off the boat.
In fact, they wouldn't even let us on the boat to fight the fire.
Oh, you told us not to let anyone.
They were absolutely following orders down to the letter.
So it
Madam,
couldn't have possibly been the Flippity Gibbet.
It's the cost of doing business. This is one of the risks of sailing.
Hopefully your insurance will pay for it.
Insurance doesn't cover the cargo. It'll cover the boat. Boys, there's nothing I can pay you with.
Should have gotten content and insurance.
Sense motive.
Ooh,
15.
Samesies.
She says that, you kind of see in her face, the little corner of her mouth just picks up a little bit. Like there's a tiny wry smile there. You don't think she's telling the entire truth when she says, boys, I can't pay you. We're only covering the cost of the ship.
Now, my understanding from maritime law is that the captain takes the full risk and unless they're partners on the endeavour, they deserve to be paid.
Unfortunately, that's not how the insurance works. I'm ruined again. This will be months before I can.
Again?
Yeah, again. This happened to me once before as well. I lost all my cargo. It took months to rebuild the ship. We've only been sailing for about 2 years.
How did you lose your cargo last time?
We were sabotaged, would you believe it or not? The boat sunk one night.
On fire again?
No, somebody put a hole in the hull. The Kraken.
Well, you've already hired these men.
Crack in the hull.
They've done their duty and have done a full day's work, so you have to give them a full day's pay.
I've got nothing to pay him with.
You're gonna
Everything I owned was on that ship.
Well, then
I'm destitute myself.
There
The
is
only thing that I've got is a bit of insurance that's going to cover me boat. Oh, whaley.
Well, then you have to pay them without the insurance money.
Looks like you're going to get a smaller boat.
Yes.
Nice. I enjoyed that.
And you see the sailors kind of look at her and put their hands on their hips. She's like, I've got no money. There's you know it. You helped me bring the cargo onto there. That was everything, boys. We spent every bit of money we had. We talked about this before.
And I would, if I were you, I would accompany her until she gets her insurance payout, and then get your money that she owes you, and however many days it takes for her to get the insurance payout, add that to your wages.
Can we see any of the burnt or half-burnt items?
They'd be in the hold of the ship, so it's all sort of smouldering. And
Is there anything we can grab to see if there's actually
if you jump on board? Yeah,
legitimate paint going on? Acrobatics?
it's still on fire. It's hot.
Can we send someone to the Inn of No Hope to get our good friend Paul Cluther to go for a swim under there and see what he can see?
Well, the hull of the boat's probably not going to yield. If you're looking at what's inside the boat, someone's going to have to jump in the boat and look.
Yeah,
at,
like a sea elf who can swim underwater.
No, that would look at the hull of the boat. You have to jump into the boat to the cargo.
The hull is the bottom of the boat?
Yeah. So
The
swimming
inside.
under the boat would show you the hull. To get inside the boat,
So the ship's not on the underwater right now.
It's not underwater.
Okay.
It's still floating. It's embers right now. It's still floating.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, the boat. If you want to look at the cargo of the boat, yes, you could sink the boat, wait for it to sink, or you could jump on now. It's probably going to be a few hours before the embers die down enough.
If it's just
that-
embers, it's not like
it's
how
hot. It's like like a fire, and it turns into charcoal, and the charcoal's really hot.
Yep.
That's what the boat is.
Yep.
Ray of Frost, did you say?
Yes.
Right, okay, so what if I wrap my feet in wet cloths? You freeze them with Ray of Frost and I jump across.
I don't know that I can freeze just the cloth. It'll do your feet as well. And
Sure,
that will
no
hurt.
problem.
Tell the
Well,
mafia.
I won't get, as long as I don't get frostbite, I'll be okay, right?
I believe that's what Ray of Frost
Shush,
does.
shush you.
It's very possible
No,
you'll
go
get,
ahead.
you'll get frostbite, yes.
Do a Ray of Frost on a patch of the boat and I jump onto the patch.
Yeah.
It's frozen.
Yeah.
It's not.
Like Iceman. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I would
In
think
fact-
that.
No, wait. Let's do that.
I'm doing
Go
an
on.
ice bridge first to get to the
Ice
boat.
bridge. I don't need
Yeah.
a bridge. Yeah.
I want to come over and just lay out a Frozone style.
Frozone. I'm going to jump across.
You're going to jump across.
Yeah.
So,
Can I take a 10 on that?
so not the character who has a resistance to fire.
He won't make the jump.
I've got a resistance to air. Resistance to
You want to
effort.
jump across?
Red tiefling can't jump.
Sure.
Okay.
Latifah's going to try and put the fire out wherever you land with Razor Frost.
Sure.
Doing spot.
Sure.
I'm going to paint you a picture right now. Okay. The picture I want to paint you is that you have a burnt out shell of a boat. Not only is the boat hot, it's full of charcoal, which means that it's probably not structurally sound. So jumping onto that
I
boat,
wonder if it burnt down if it's full of charcoal.
you're going to risk. Oh, they've been naughty boys for Christmas. You're going to risk jumping onto a boat that may be structurally unsound and may cause burns to you, and you may catch on fire.
Yeah, stop playing his character.
I'm just letting you know of all the things that are
You're
going
Of
to
all
come
the
into
things
play
that have
in
gone
there.
on this evening, I think a burning boat is the least thing that
Well,
I've actually
okay.
had to deal with.
Why
Okay.
the fuck do we even need to do it?
Because I want to get and see if she's got dodgy paintings in there that weren't
We
worth
don't need to-
shit.
We don't need to do shit. Like, all we need is these guys to get paid. All they need to do is get paid. All they need to do is accompany this lady until she gets her insurance payout and then claim what is rightfully yours as your contracts said.
Advice given, we can move on. Let's go get Jet.
All right, that could have been a cool moment, but thank you very much, guys.
You start walking away down the dock and you hear saying, "Oh, boys, look, surely we can come to some kind of arrangement. Look, how about we go back?" And you could hear her wheeling and dealing while those guys kind of approach her a little bit. You've sowed a seed with them that you think is going to come to fruition at some point in the future as you walk away. What are you going to do next?
Try and track down Jet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I reckon the best place to go is that sewer grate right outside.
The one with the crocodile.
No, the one outside the tavern that went in where they came.
The one that was out into the sea, it like jutted out into the.
You just
jetty
wanted
into
to
the
jump
water.
in a flaming boat and you won't let us swim into a sewer grate.
No, I'm just saying it's in.
Oh, there
it's
was
the-
sharks. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am not going near a sewer grate again this evening.
So where do you think Jet would have gone then?
Can we track? We get a sense?
I
Well,
can't.
where do you think that Jet might
To get
We
the
went to
rats.
get lunch, right? So marketplace or those.
Wants to eat the rats
rats
on a
on a
stick.
oh, can you
That's
imagine?
a little
Can you
dog
imagine
business.
this? I'm feeling so bad, so tasty. I did. So tasty. Goodbye, my friend.
Now me and my
Now a little bit of
restaurant.
you is inside of me.
Oh,
You'll be part of me forever.
okay, I'm not sure how to
All right.
follow on from that.
No, that's not even. So I guess you're walking away from the docks. Where are the logical places that you
He
want
was
to go
going
and
for lunch. So a
investigate?
tavern, a marketplace.
Breakfast day, so yeah.
No, I
Breakfast
don't
is
think
gonna
it
be-
was. I think the money was for tomorrow. And I think it was going to be
After he's done his rounds picking up the rats.
yeah. So he's going to probably go get some more rats. So I
Right.
think he's going to the sewers
Right,
Okay.
then. All right.
or the
Let's do that.
greenhouse maybe, because that's where
Warehouse.
rats eat is grain.
Well, they weren't. Okay, well, that's where we met Kudzu, so that's a
Yeah.
good place to go. We can either meet Kudzu or Jet. Great.
Yep.
Great.
And we're going to see if the ice guys how good their work ethic is if they're still going.
So you start heading towards the grain house.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay. The grain house is a little bit away. Obviously, it takes you out of this district near the Salty Dog Tavern. You start moving outside past where you fought your duel, past the fish markets, into the warehouse areas. You see that there is still lights on inside the ice area, but all the doors are kind of shut and there doesn't seem to be the soaring. I guess they're off doing deliveries by the looks of things. You head around the back to the warehouse, which you can get to.
Now,
Yep.
Pierre, as a farmer, we've dealt with mice plagues before. Now, rats are a little bit bigger, but the whole thing with mice plagues is you don't want to just focus on one mouse. You want to get as many mice in one hit as you can.
I'm a real fan of catch and release.
I'm just saying, if shit goes real, just
Hang on a second. We aren't attacking rats tonight, right?
hopefully not. Correct. But I'm just saying.
There were
Can
there
you
were
just
an
see the horror on Brett's face?
awful lot of rats that Kudzu had.
Yes.
I don't recommend taking.
No,
this
I
to
agree.
some
I'm
kind
just
of
saying, if
altercation.
Kudzu attacks us, we may have to defend ourselves, and there's no point focusing on one little rat at
the
that time.
best defense in that regard may be a speedy retreat.
Make a perception check, please.
Let's hope that is the only one I roll today.
Perception check.
11 in total.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1.
I
yeah.
thought you meant that's the only perception
Oh,
check.
no.
Make a perception check. That's the only one I want to roll today.
The only
I
one.
rolled a 12.
Okay, 11, 12. What did you
12.
get, Flopsy? 12. Even with your really shit rolls, you can hear in the distance a sad song played on pipes. Just a...
Are we talking panpipes or are we talking?
We're talking panpipes. So just a
I think that's Jet. Let's go find him.
a little sad song, and it's really
Make it
not
better.
nice to listen to, which is typical of most panpipe music.
Oh, harsh.
You start moving around towards the sound.
Hang on a 2nd.
Mhm.
I'd just like to apologise to the Accabilk Society out there.
Brett did once have a bard, and every time he used bardic music, he played covers of songs in panpipe version.
It was excellent.
I actually have some panpipes at home.
Oh.
Keep them there.
As you walk around the corner, you see the silhouette of Jet just sitting on a step next to the warehouses. He's got some cages that are open next to him, and he's just sitting there playing his panpipes. For the first time, you see a look of serenity almost on his face, and you can see rats just starting to move out from under doors, and you can see these rats moving towards him, and he's looking at them, and you can see that he's smiling. His eyes kind of lighten up a little bit as he smiles. He looks up, sees you, and immediately stops playing, and the rats kind of stop where they are.
That was very beautiful, Jet.
You didn't need to. Please go away.
This
This is just time.
is where Kudzu lives, you know.
I don't know Kudu.
I know, but you want to meet him? He's probably around here somewhere.
I don't know. These are my friends. And he pulls out a bit of bread and kind of throws some crumbs onto the floor, and the rats start picking up the crumbs.
Does
Please leave me alone.
Jet look anything like Kudzu?
No,
Okay.
no.
Cool.
Oh, that would have been a
Yeah,
twist
wouldn't it?
in
Yeah,
it.
What a
yeah. It
twist.
just occurred.
I would have loved to have
imagine
said yes to
that.
Please leave me
Why,
alone.
why do you have to do this? Why can't you just let him go and not have, why do you have to bring
Because
your friends to get slaughtered?
I have to do my duty.
I don't think you do.
It's my duty.
No, I don't think it was. It wasn't your it wasn't your duty before you found those pipes. Why is it your duty now?
Because it's always been my duty. I've just been better at it since I found the pipe.
Why didn't you find something else to do?
Because I like them. They're my friends.
Yeah, so
And he throws a bit more crumbs out.
so maybe keep them out here away from the inn
Yeah,
so they don't get murdered.
Please go away.
What would happen if you turned up at the inn with no rats?
Silver would not be happy.
But the rats would be happy.
Yes, but Silver would
And
not
Jet
be
would
happy.
be happy.
Silver would not be happy, and Jet would not be happy because Silver wouldn't be happy. Jet doesn't want to upset Silver. Just please leave. And he puts his pipes in his pouch, and he starts to sort of make like he's getting up and putting his bags together and moving the cage to the cages and kind of.
Are there rats in the cage?
There are some rats in the cage, not a lot.
Unfortunately, Jet, we aren't allowed to leave. We are the watch. Do you know what that means?
I'm leaving. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're just ruining everything. And he picks up one of the cages. Just make a perception check.
Oh, fuck off.
1.
That's another one.
Another one.
Oh.
Well, still with your 1, that's better than what I rolled, and I rolled a 10, so that takes me to a 9.
I went 24.
24, that's good. What did your 1 takes you to 11?
11, yeah.
Yeah. I love that you have a massive bonus and you can never roll well. In the distance of the alley, you see a rag-clad creature rise up out of the rats, standing there. You see the form of Kudzu, just watching you with hatred.
Just
almost
Brett?
in his eyes. Brett's the only one that sees the rat-like creature, but he's watching this scene take place.
So even though I haven't perceived this threat, can I make a perception roll on how Flopsy reacts when he sees it?
Well, let's hear how Flopsy does react.
Run away!
Master, that's about right.
Right, okay. So now I'm going to yep.
You see Flopsy flutter and then you hear,
I told you, these are my rats.
Hi, Kudzu. This is our friend Jet.
Yes, this is the miscreant. You've brought him here.
and he looks at his rats and you can see him.
I kind of step in front of Jet.
Why? Why? He's been taking them and making sport of the rats.
Unfortunately, Jet is a good boy. He actually likes your
He's
rats.
been killing my rats.
He doesn't want to.
He's been killing them. He must pay for what he's done.
They're his friends, and unfortunately, he finds himself in a situation where he's stuck between two friends and he doesn't know what to do.
Killing them.
Jet, this is Kudzu. Kudzu, Jet.
Pete, I just want to leave. I just want to leave.
Unfortunately, we can't let you kill any more rats, Jet.
I don't want to. I just want to leave. Please let me go.
You can leave if you leave the pipes and the rats here.
Make a diplomacy check.
13.
I just want to go. I'm not doing anything wrong.
And he starts to get very agitated. You can see his hands kind of starting to tremble and he's starting to rock back and forth a little bit with the cages in his hands. And you can see Kudzu getting more and more agitated coming towards you. You're kind of at an impasse right now where you've got these two creatures that are in between. You're standing in between you. You know, you can see Kudzu's imminently about to attack if you don't do something. And you can see that you've got Jet right here about to almost melt down and allow it to happen.
Reggie, ready and well, we're not even around, so I can't ready in action, can I?
You can
Yeah.
you can ready for something.
I can ready for if Kutsu makes a move to go to Jet, I'll intercept.
Mm-hmm.
Flopsy's going to step in front of Master Goods and go, words will prevail here where fighting will not. It is time for the counsel of wisdom, not of might.
Kudzu, if we can get Jet to stop killing your rats, will you help him and teach him your ways?
I said, he's killing my friends. I want you to stop it. Will that stop it?
Yes, if you teach him your ways, I believe that will stop him.
They're his friends too, Kudzu.
Diplomacy. Add with those words, they're his friends too. You can add another 2 points to your diplomacy checks.
Oh, we're both making one.
You're both making one.
I thought someone left out.
It's 4 for me.
I got a 4.
You even with a 4, you can see Kudzu saying. He calms himself down.
There is
Deliver him to my custody. I shall deal with him, and I shall deal with him with the rats, and we shall have
Sense
sport
motive.
of our own.
Oh, I don't need sense motive. Like,
No.
I sleep strike Jet.
Oh, shit, okay. He doesn't feel the pain.
You turn around. Do you punch him? Sleep strike.
No, just hex.
Will save.
Yep.
That is a natural 9, and that is a will save of 13.
He is asleep.
Boom.
I go up to him straight away, take out the pipes. I say, this is what he's using to control the rats. You take this off him, he won't be able to control your rats anymore.
These are the pipes. Give them to me.
I give him the pipes.
My precious.
He's just a simple.
He takes the pipes, and the first thing he does is he just snaps them over his knee.
He's just a simple lad. He's been hit by a horse. He likes playing the music and he likes the rats. He doesn't want to hurt him.
He shall need to pay. What shall be done with him? And
Nothing.
his kind, killing my kind.
You will let him go. If you want to save your kind, don't let him into the city.
They don't. They stay in the sewers until he calls them. He's been calling them, and they've been coming out, and they've been across the city. I can't control them.
Well, now he can't do that.
Kudzu, could it be possible that he could repay his debt to the rats by caring for them with you?
Not caring for rats. He kills the rats.
No, but moving
He's not the
forward-
one that kills them, Kudzu. Someone else kills them.
Oh, where is he? Where are they? Why shall they not pay?
They will pay now that they have no rats.
Why
to
shall
call
they
upon.
not pay? They need to pay.
You've literally robbed them of all their money by doing by us taking away their flute. There will be no more sport. They will make no more money.
What is money when my friends are dead?
You said hours ago, you made a deal. You said stop it and you will not bring any more pain upon the city. Now it is time for you to uphold your end of the bargain. No more rats will be taken. These pipes are broken. Head back into the sewers with your friends.
And him?
I think he would enjoy going with you if you would take care of him, but make no harm against that man.
He starts stirring because that
Yes.
kind of time has gone by, and he stands up and he sees the broken pipes on the floor, and he starts crying.
I'm sorry, Jet. It had to be done.
They were my pipes. They were my pipes.
I know. I will make.
They would call my friends, and my friends they would be here, and I would help them, and I would sing to them, and they were my friends, and
I feel fucking horrible.
I have no more, and I have no more friends now.
Uh,
And he starts crying, and
Jet-
you at that point see Kudzu. He's just watching him intently as he's there, and you for the first time you see Kudzu. He's got an alien way of looking at things. He spent so much time away from humans that he doesn't understand what's going on, what this show of emotion is, what's going on with this boy that's in front of him. But you can see that he's looking at him with he's hearing words that he likes to hear. He just doesn't understand how to comprehend this. You think there's an opportunity here.
Jet, we are your friends. We will be your friends. Your rats can still be your friends. You just can't use magic to control them anymore.
Kudzu, you can see Jet here truly does care for the rats.
His friends, he says.
Yes, he thinks of them as his friends. He feeds them, as you can see, and you'll probably see crumbs around.
Yeah.
What if you were to take him and show him how to care for these rats, the friends?
This is. You're not lying. Why did he kill them?
It wasn't Jet that was killing them, Kudzu. It was the man who he was working for was using him and his pipes to lure the rats in.
I didn't want to kill them. It's my friends. And you see Kudzu kind of approach him at the moment. You see he picks up a rat and he kind of confers with the rat. That you notice for the first time, you kind of recognize the rat that's been following you all night.
Nope.
And he he looks at Flopsy and he points accusingly at him. So he confers with this rat, and he nods his head, and he says,
He will not kill the rats anymore.
There is no way for him to capture the rats without those pipes.
What will happen to him?
If he'll go back to work, I assume, probably mopping floors and maybe being.
He may be treated quite harshly if he goes back without rats.
And without the pipes and the means to bring the rats in.
But they are his friends?
They are. Would you take care of him, Kudzu?
He shall come back here tomorrow evening. We shall talk then.
And Kudzu kind of morphs back into a rat. As soon as he morphs into a rat, you can see Jet's eyes just widen with absolute astonishment and amazement. And the entire swarm of rats move, picking up the pieces, broken pieces of the pipe on the way and just moving away. And you can see that one rat that followed you all night just stays behind, just looks at Jet. Jet puts his hand down and the rat crawls up his arm, up to his shoulders. And he kind of looks up at you.
Please, can I go now?
Yes, Jet.
Take care of that rat, Jet.
Yeah.
And he
You-
puts a bit of cheese on his shoulder.
If
and
you
he eats
you
it.
come back here tomorrow, and Kudzu will talk to you.
Okay. What do I tell Silver?
I'd give Silver a wide berth for the day.
He's my friend too.
Just tell him the truth.
She?
Would you like us to come with you?
Yeah.
If you tell Silver the rats were your friends and you were hurting your friend, a good friend would understand that that's not a good thing to do.
Okay.
If he does not understand, then perhaps he isn't a good friend.
Okay.
And he kind of walks off. You can see just puzzlement in his eyes. He's not really sure how this is going to play out. You're not really sure how this is going to play out.
Nope.
Not going to be
I
there.
feel so bad, Justin. Oh,
But look at you guys solving this without any bloodshed. Nobody needed to die. Nobody needed to.
Well,
It would have been more fun.
all that hard work, Reggie is famished. So let's go for some rat on a stick.
Nope.
Take right on a stick.
Nope. At this point, that man eating tentacles live was more appealing.
And
yeah, we thought he was going to be the weirdest guy of the night.
as the glow of dawn begins to fill the sky, as the sun begins to warm the air, the veil subsides, and you know that it's time to return to the barracks. The night spent somewhat successfully and certainly not in vain, for you have each held hope against all hope that your tour of duty has come to an end. And maybe you'll be looked favorably upon by Garsaru or Sunny Sun River, the guys you met not 8 hours ago when your shift first started, that short amount of time where so much has happened, and that before too long you'll be wearing the uniform of maybe the city guard of Absalom.
If not, I got a sleep strike coming.
Well, I'm looking forward to our next shift.
There's a week of this crap.
I don't know. We solved some pretty big problems this night. I don't think that's going to be as bad as it was.
Well, I don't think we'll get this district again. Will
How
we?
many taverns do you think are going to go up for sale in 1 week?
And as the light sort of pierces,
Maybe we should pop in on, see if little TJ's awake in the morning, way back, and pop into the. Just
I'm going to sleep.
as the light pierces, you hear Piara
You
say,
put
like,
yourself to sleep.
I don't know about you, but I'm fucking parched. I could use a sleep, then I could use a drink.
let's go see Bagrak.
Let's get back to the barracks.
Aye, let's do that.
As you walk back to the barracks, the sun starts
It's
to go
on fire.
overhead. You can see the fishmongers coming out. They're getting their chipped ice from a cart. You're walking into the barracks. It takes you a little while to get all the way back there. You start turning in your gear. You start moving. You've got rooms at the barracks. That's up to you to where you want to sleep for the night. You
What
can
do they say
either
when we don't have a flare back?
hire out. Nothing. They just ask you. You say you lost it. I don't know. They kind of look at you weirdly and they're like,
a crocodile ate our flare.
Yeah.
Oh, that old chestnut.
That sounds like a story. And you can go back to the barracks if you want. You can go back to a place of your own choosing. Piera looks at you and she says, I need to have a sleep and a drink. Maybe not even in that order. And you feel like you just leveled up to level 3, guys. And we'll see you next week.
That night is ridiculous.
It's a crazy amount of stuff going on.
Level 3. Ooh, I mean,
You've got tomorrow night to come back, do it all over again.
although
I don't know.
at this rate, by the end of the week, we're going to be able to take out the city guard by ourselves.
Did I only use this character sheet